Opening kick is up. That one about 25 yards. It's caught by the North, breaking a couple of tackles. 1-2, moving to his right side. He's got a man on him, and he is down. Making the tackle there. From the South, number 22, Peyton Schmalzbauer. Early energy and a good carry and a couple of good sheds there early on from the North.
Yeah, good return on that play, and they're starting out basically at midfield.
That was Riker Lemabe who caught the opening kickoff as we get ready for our first play of the game here. Snap is good. Quarterback makes a couple of moves. He's going to run it himself. Tries to shed and breaks through. Gets a couple yards on that play.
That was good contained by the South. It happens quite often in six-man football where the quarterback will drop back, and if he doesn't see somebody open, he takes off with it, and a lot of yards can be gained that way.
That's Bryce Rule out of Cold Lake, who is starting at quarterback today for the North. Handoff here. Hesitation. Tries to find a hole and gets a few more yards right across the 50. Good start for the North here, moving the chains.
And one thing you'll find in six-man also, in third and short, almost every coach will go for it.
And it looks like that's what they're doing here. Rule gets the snap, looks left. Arrows went out, and there's a catch there. Wrapped up, and that'll be a first down for the North.
A very big target there. That tight end is about 6'4", so yeah, the quarterback just has to put the ball up there, and I'm sure he'll come up with it the majority of the time.
That was great execution right off the hop. And now a chance to put some points on the board here. Drop back, Rule looks. He's got pressure coming. Rule, and he's down for the sack. The South exploded through the line, and that's our first sack of the day. Bryce Rule going down. Smart play there just to hold on to the ball.
And you know, Wyatt, he actually had a lot of time to throw there. I think he took too long to go through his reads. But a good job by the South to bring him down.
And that's what will happen in an all-star game like this. Unfamiliar with your tight ends and wide receivers. It's going to take a little bit of time to get that chemistry going. Snap is up. We got a flag on the play. Short dump pass. Wrapped up and passed. That'll get about a gain of 10 yards there, but it's still going to be short after the sack. We're going to have a third down coming up here, maybe. I didn't see that flag.
Not quite sure who it's against. Oh, it looks like it's against the North. And I would think that the South might decline this.
You got to think so. The North still needing 10 yards here to get the first down. They're going to start at the 40. Oh,
no, they are taking it.
And this one's going to move back. Interesting play here. We're going to get a repeat of the second down here.
Something to point out to our viewers, in six-man football, the rules state that you have to have 3 players on the line of scrimmage, and only the middleman is ineligible. So in essence, you can throw to 2 of the other linemen.
We'll see as Bryce tries there. Goes right through the hands of Cartman Kinzel. Close one there. And the South took a gamble with that penalty, and it's so far paying off.
I would think they would be punting here. It's third and very long.
About 20 yards. And the South will have someone back to receive the punt.
If you notice, I thought they had some. It looks like they're going for it.
It's a fake play. He's got a man deep in triple coverage, though. He's still going to go for it. Turned around, had no chance at that ball. Riker Lemabe.
A gutsy call there by the North coaches. Gives the South excellent field possession to start their first series of the game.
Yeah, they're going to start just beyond the half of their outside. And now let's see what the South can do on offense after the North fails to get down the field. Still got 8:30 here remaining on the game clock. Wasting no time. Snap is good. It's a handoff. Breaks a couple of tackles. Runs through a defender in the South. A great rush of 9 yards there.
Good, hard running there.
That was Spencer Opibone on that one. Opibone drops back. The snap comes. Pressure. And a short handoff there. We got a flag on the field, and he's going to the 20, to the 10. Can he stay on his feet? And he falls just before the end zone.
Well, this will be a big call here. There is a flag on the play.
This one could be coming all the way back, Julian.
It could be. I'm not sure. We'll find out what it is here.
Well, Landon Herzog on the reception. If it stands, that's about a 60-yard gain on the play.
Yes, it is coming back. He was wide open on that play, so there was definitely a missed assignment.
An excellent pass just to find him right in the flat, but unfortunately for the South, this one's coming back. The North catches a bit of a break as that one pinned them against their goal line. Now we have to see if the South cooks up this time on a second down and long. Now, in these six-man games, is it more common that we see bigger gains than in the 12-man?
Absolutely. Like I said, the field is wide open. There's a lot of space to cover, so we do have some big gains there.
And a missed pass there went right through the hands of Opibone. Had a chance there at a couple of yards. Would have been wrapped up fairly quickly, though.
Yeah, Opibone on that play. I think he heard some footsteps, and he short-armed. I don't think he wanted to catch that one because there was a defender right there.
And now third down here. South needs about 7 on the play. Goes up to LeMay. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, gets a couple of blocks. He's turning on the left side, takes a huge hit, and he's still on his feet. That'll be good for a first down. Move the chains, LeMay. Well, I guess when you can't find a receiver, you got to do it yourself. And he put his head down and
that was the quarterback Fonseca on that play there from St. Joe's. This is his 4th year of playing six-man football. He started when he was in grade 9. And very good read option quarterback, and that's what he did there. He faked the dive, and then he just ran to daylight, and he picked up a big first down.
And now the North here is going to have to stay strong on defenses. They had a glorious chance to get the ball back, but a great play there by Louie Fonseca to get the first down. First and 10 here. Fonseca gets the snap, and it's a handoff. Doesn't do much. Liam McKegg, the running back there, gets wrapped up after about 3 yards.
And on that play there, the quarterback has the option of giving the ball to the running back or keeping it, depending on what the outside man on the line of scrimmage does. That's what his read is.
Second down chance here. Snap good. He's scanning the field. He's got a wide open receiver. Goes short, and that one batted away. I don't think he saw Liam McKegg in the backfield. Had no one on him for 20 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down here for the South.
That was a pretty accurate throw by Fonseca there, but at the same time, there was good coverage.
Double teamed. And now, with third and about 8 to go, get the snap. Ball is in the air. Pressure is deflected, and it's intercepted. Play there by the North.
Big play there. Somebody broke through there, got a hand on it, and nice interception and a turnover.
That was Jared Kropelnicki able to get some fingertips on there, deflecting the pass. And now the North is going to get the ball back, but you got to wonder if that ball wasn't intercepted, the North would actually have better field position right now. Not that you ever turn down a chance to pick up an interception. Wrapped up immediately there.
And so far early in the game, it looks like the defenses are dominating, and that's not surprising because you've got players coming from various programs, and it takes a while for plays to gel, and the defenses are just reacting right now, and both of them are playing pretty tough.
Yeah, we expected some points on the board. Eventually, we are going to get to that, but it is a tremendous job that the defense has done. So that ball is in the air, bit of a lob, and a one-handed catch, and he dropped it. Had a chance there for a couple of seconds. Trenton Weersig had that ball go right through his fingertips, trying to make the one-hand grab. Good coverage on that play there.
And again, it's 3rd and 10, and it'll be interesting to see whether they punt the ball away or go for it.
Landon Schutz on the field still. Looks like they're going to go for the... Snap is up. He's got a man wide open. In the air. Defender came at just the right time. That was Juan Salazar breaking up that pass. Had Clay Livingston wide open and just took a little too long to hit him.
Yes, the receiver was open, but Juan Salazar really closed on that play very quickly, and that could have been 6 points.
But now it's huge as the Self gets the ball back exactly where they left it last time. Fake handoff here, cutting back to the right. He's going across, and he's wrapped up by 3 defenders. That was James Connor, the running back. Made a couple of moves to try to get open, but the North did a great job watching him all the way.
And it looks like the South has changed quarterbacks. Number 7 is in there right now. Devin Booz.
Devin Booz takes it himself, goes up the middle, tried to cut back, avoid a tackle, gets hit.
And quite often in these All-Star games, the coaches will rotate the quarterbacks by quarters, but sometimes they will mix things up and go by possession as well.
Do you think that means that they have a specific play in mind that they want him to run?
I think so. I think, as you can see, they're different quarterbacks. Devin's a left-hander here. He's a southpaw. And I'm sure he has certain plays that work better or more suited for him as compared to Fonseca and vice versa.
A left-hander wearing black and red with number 7, and he's running the ball, kind of looking like Mike Vick out there. Takes a look downfield. He's got nothing. Pressure's coming. Good blocking by the center, and he finds a man wide open down at about the 3-yard line. Good play there. Could be Carson Martin getting the reception.
And Devin had all day there to throw. And as you can see, they're on the 4-yard line, and they bring in another. Fonseca's back in at quarterback.
Appears
and
so.
This will be their short yardage offense. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps the ball himself.
And what a wonderful play last time by the center, Devin Buckwitz, who gave the quarterback so much time to make that play. We've got 2 flags out. Think that one's going to be an offside. As Fonseca keeps on the air ground. Horse collar tackle doesn't go, but the linebacker does come in to close him out.
I'm not sure what the first flag was, but I agree that it looked like there was a horse collar on that play.
I think we should have an offsides, and then the horse collar. Both penalties could be on Bryce Fenton there. And they're going to call that one an offside. Yeah. That'll be on number 34, Jared Kropelnecki. Repeat down, so they're going to go half the distance to the goal line. It'll be another run play. Stuffed at the line.
Great play by the D-line for the North. That was a run play all the way, right up the gut, and They kept him to a very short gain.
What a job by Aiden Cracknell on there. Didn't give an inch off that line. And now it'll be a second down here. Louie Fonseca still in the backfield for the South. Fonseca's going to go in there. Looks like it could be a quarterback draw, and it is. Fonseca untouched into the end zone. Points to the sky, and the South is on the board first.
Yeah, just a quarterback keeper there. He originally lined up in the gun formation, and then he went under center.
You got to think if you're the defense on that play, once you saw him go under center, the objective should have been to clog the middle on that one, but he went in relatively untouched as the kick is up and good.
And one of the real rule differences in the six-man game is that the convert after a touchdown, if you kick it through the uprights, it's worth 2 points as opposed to 1. And the reason for that is that you have a holder and a kicker, so you're only blocking with 4 players, and there's 6 people rushing. So kick it through the uprights is 2 points. If you run it in or throw it in, it's worth 1 point, which is the exact opposite of 12-man football.
And it was a good job by the South there, getting on the board first. We said there was going to be points, and we're getting them early. It's a 6-0 lead for the South over the North.
You know, Wyatt, I really liked what Coach McKeag did there. He shook things up by changing quarterbacks on that series and gave them a different look. And Devin Booz did a great job. He basically moved the team down to the 3-yard line, and then Fonseca came in to clean it up.
And people might be noticing multiple positions as we just had the quarterback Fonseca, who just scored the touchdown, just actually kicked off to the other quarterback, Bryce Rule, as these are multi-dimension players, both playing both offense and defense.
Yes, you'll see that on every team in six-man football. The better players, the key guys will play both ways. So sometimes you even see a quarterback playing middle linebacker. It's pretty wild.
Well, and that really speaks to the condition of a lot of these players, because it is such a more wide open field with just the 6 men. To be able to play both sides of the ball, huge kudos to those players.
Yes, it's six-man football is a game that's based on speed, and you're right, conditioning is very, very important.
Referee's having a bit of a discussion here. Not sure what that one's about. Maybe at the end of that play, a little bit of pushing and shoving.
Yeah, he is talking to both captains.
I'm going to figure out the spot on this ball.
Looks like we have penalties on both sides.
And there we go. The PA announcer's helping us out. It looks like there's going to be penalties coming to both sides here.
So the quarterbacks for Team South, Fonseca plays for St. Joe's Crusaders, and Devin Booz for Hannah Hawks, and those were the 2 teams that were in the Alberta Bowl, the 6-man provincial championship last year, and it's really neat to see them playing together now.
At one point, foes and now partners. Do you think a little bit of that gets into the way when you're making passes? You want to try and outshine the other quarterback?
There's probably a little of that, but it's amazing how fast these guys come together from various teams to become unified.
And it's quite impressive, especially on that last scoring drive as well. It takes a lot of chemistry to try and get in the end zone, especially playing with players you don't know. Get a re-kick here. That one's in the air. It's caught by the quarterback, and he is drilled back. Doesn't get anywhere. Probably loses about 5 yards on the end of that play.
That was outstanding coverage by Team South.
Riker LeMabe had nowhere to go. In the South, during this fourth quarter, really been giving it to the North. The North's got to get that offense going. I don't think they've been able to complete a play for more than 10 yards so far in this quarter. Line up under center. It'll be Schutz in at quarterback. Takes it, fakes the hands off. He's looking downfield. He's going to take it himself. go to the outside, and he's going to be forced out of bounds by Alex Stout.
And on that play there, Schutz did a great job of moving the ball to his outside hand. He was looking to pass. The receiver was covered. And then when he decided to take off, he moved the ball to his outside hand, just like he's coached, to protect the ball. And it was a short gain on that play.
They're able to pick up what appears about 5 yards on the play. 5 more to go for the North. And they got a long field ahead of them. Down 6-0, under a minute here to go in the first quarter. Handoff is good. Moving to the right side. And he's absolutely dropped. What a hit there by Peyton Schmalzbauer.
Team South's defense is looking very impressive right now. They didn't over-pursue on that play. He cut back, and there were people right there.
That was Clay Livingston on the play, who got rocked by Schmalzbauer. Tried to make a move up the middle, and it was absolutely clogged. Now the North will have about 1 more play, it looks like. 3rd down here. They still need a couple yards. Passes up, and it'll be kicked. Bit of a surprise punt there. It'll be the South that's going to recover back down at about their 30-yard as that one rolls out of bounds.
That was a great play. Pretty risky because it was almost blocked. But we do have a flag on the play.
That was the quarterback, Bryce Rule, making the kick a bit of a dual threat there, as I thought he was passing the entire way,
so
even
did I.
with pressure on him, and it was impressive to get that off in such close quarters.
And not only that, he kicked that ball a long ways.
Well, I'll do it for the first quarter.
I think the Team South defense is going to have to now respect that he can punt while he's on the run.
And that'll be huge if they can keep somebody back there not defending on the line. That'll really open it up for the North to maybe some bigger plays than we've seen so far here in the first quarter. And there's a 10-yard penalty at the end of that play. It's going to be a holding. That's going to push them back even further to their goal line. They'll be sitting about the 15-yard line. And now the North in excellent field position if they can get a stop here. Yet to see a punt out of this South team. Be interesting to see if they'll go for it.
No, actually, it's South's ball right now, Wyatt, and
oh yes, no, I know. I'm just if they can get the stop here, it would be if they can.
Yeah,
they could pin them deep. They haven't had. They haven't been this close so far.
and this should be the last play of the quarter.
So Fonseca's going to take it himself, and he'll get pushed out of bounds there. It looks like we may have another flag on the play.
That's
here.
the end of the quarter.
All right, that'll do it for the first quarter here at the MEGlobal Park. Wyatt Zieger joined alongside Julian Annicchiarico. We'll be back for the second quarter. Welcome back. Second quarter here getting underway, and it's an opening run by the South, dragged down. Now we're going to have a flag on the play. That looked like a bit of a horse collar, and the quarterback, Fonseca, is down. That one hurt.
Yeah, he looks like he's pretty injured on that play. It's too bad. Let's hope he's okay.
You hate to see that in an all-star game, especially. Trainers are going to take a look at him. He's going to go down, and we'll be back in just a moment. Nice to see Fonseca there back on his feet, and that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against the North. Unnecessary roughness on that play. just trying to drag him down. He's so fast, but you got to be able to catch him a little more clean than that. So now it'll be Devin Booz in at quarterback for the South, replacing the injured Fonseca. Rolling out to his left, the left-hander. He's got a receiver open, and there's the catch. Able to make the catch, Liam McKegg. What a job there. Left that one in the air. A beautiful pass, and gets through the coverage of the North.
And that was a Hannah Hawks combination, quarterback to receiver from the same team. They know each other well, and I'm sure they've ran that play before.
Let's see if they got a little more magic left in the bag here. So we're going to have a first down for the South at the 40-yard line. Snap's good. Quarterback pressure has to roll out. The linebacker falls down. He's got a man wide open once again. And he steps out of bounds here. We're going to take a break at 10:54.
And what was impressive there is a left-handed quarterback running to his right. And he had to rotate his shoulders around so he could make that pass. And it was right on the money.
Caught a little bit of a break with the defender tripping over himself. Gave him some breathing room. But that throwing across your body, quite impressive. As the handoff goes and he breaks a tackle and he's in. McKegg! McKegg sheds a few of them and gets through. Team South with another score.
And, you know, on that play there was some missed tackles, and that's not uncommon for this time of the year. The game is being played in May. It's not the regulation football season, so these players have basically been practicing for the last 3 days. And, you know, their skills aren't completely what they would be normally in the fall.
We're going to have Aiden Hickle attempt the kick. It's up and it's blocked. No good. The South now 0 for 2 on their kicks in this game. Interesting to see if they'll keep the ball on the ground or in the air on their next try. And now the North catches a bit of a break there. They've been able to shed a couple of points off the board with no kicks being made. And a chance to claw back now, down 12-0 with 10:40 to go in the second quarter.
And I'm not surprised, again, with only a few practices that the timing isn't quite there between the center, the holder, and the kicker. Those are things that need a lot of repetition.
And the kick is up. Gets a pretty good boot on it. Goes through the hands. And now North's going to have to pick that one up at the starting own 20. And he is piled on. No chance to advance there.
And I'm pretty sure I saw an offside on the kicking team there. Somebody was ahead of the ball before it was kicked. So I'm pretty sure the North will make him do it again. And Fonseca's back in. He was the quarterback that was injured earlier on, and he's also the kicker, so that's a good sign.
Looks like he's got his wind back. But he's going to have to try it once again. And I mean, number 28 on the kicking team, Juan Salazar, picks up that offside. We're going to have to do it one more time. Bit of a break there for the North as that ball went right through the hands.
And the North are now respecting the leg of Fonseca. They're back quite a ways.
See if Fonseca can do it again. Has a powerful leg. And you were saying a lot of players coming from the South, from Colombia and from other places. So soccer being a number one sport, quite a few players on each team that could probably boot this thing.
Yeah, St. Joe's especially has a lot of immigrants at the school, and Fonseca is from Colombia, and as you know, that soccer is their first sport. So he knows how to kick a ball.
You know, soccer, that was one of those I could never get down. I'm left-legged, so everything just comes off strange for me. But that kick is up, and that one's caught. To be returned, tries to shed a tackle. Huge move there. Peyton Schmalzbauer absolutely blew up Riker Lamab.
Looked like two battering rams on that play.
They met in the middle. So the North is going to start at their own 41-yard line. Chance to get on the board, down 12-0, 10.5 minutes here to play in the second quarter. Snaps it, fakes the handoff. Dropping back, gets that pass to nobody, just wanted to get rid of that ball. Pressure was coming on Landon Schutz, and he shuts down the idea of making that play.
Didn't have anybody open on that play, so great job by the defense.
And good awareness to get that one off, as we're going to have a quarterback change.
Well, we have a trick play coming up here. As you can see, there's only the center and the quarterback, and everybody else is to the left. And that play is live. He can throw it, and he's going to. He's got a guy open.
And it's caught!
No, he dropped it. It was there.
Had it hitting the ground, and he lost it. You got to keep full control all the way. And for Spencer Opibone, that was an excellent chance. And what a pass by Cartman Kinzel to find him right in between two defenders, but just couldn't haul that one in.
Both teams in this All-Star game are using the same playbook, and they have about 5% leeway to put in a few trick plays or gadget plays, and that was one of them right there.
I'm going to dig through yours. Yeah, I don't see that anywhere. And now the North's going to punt that one. This one hanging in the air, and that'll go out of bounds. South's going to get the ball back here. A 3-0 from the North. And now the South, a chance to pile on here in this game. They've led the majority of the possessions, and they've played stellar on defense so far in this one. Let's see if the North can get a stop here. It'll be huge for them. In a quarterback, Devin Booz. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got pressure coming. He's rolling to his right. He's going to do it himself. He's got room. He's got time. And he's just going to run out of bounds there.
And that was a great play by quarterback Booz there. He scrambled to his right, and he's got some speed.
Picks up about 25 yards on that one, and he got away in a hurry. Impressive, too. Had two defensive players coming right at him, and he was able to squeeze away. As a handoff goes again here, now they're about 5 yards on that play. And how difficult is it for the defense to have a left-handed quarterback and a right-handed quarterback? One's rolling out the other way, one's rolling out left. Does that scramble you at all from the defensive side?
Yeah, I mean, it is different, but as long as you do your job the way your coaches tell you, what your responsibilities are and your angle of pursuit, you should be okay. Having said that, a left-handed quarterback, I'm sure, will throw to his left more often than not. So those are kind of stats you got to keep in mind.
And it was a short pass there that's going to bring up a third down. Trayton Wersig, the recipient of that pass, only able to pick up about 2 yards. So now they're going to need about another 3 here for the first down. It looks like they're going for it, and they are. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself. Booz gets across, and that's going to move the chains. Another first down for this Team South, and they are rolling.
Yeah, good push by the O-line there.
What is the North going to have to do defensively here to tighten up?
Well, I think part of the problem right now is that the North aren't making a lot of first downs, so the defense is out there a lot, and they look to me like they're already starting to get a bit tired.
I see hands on the knees and hands on the hips. Snaps up. Handoff is good. Makes a cut back to the other way. Wrapped up. And a good job there as that ball came loose.
It did. There's a big play.
Hopefully that'll spark the offense for the North. Turnover there. Recovered.
We had a fake on the inside, and then the slot back came around. He cut back, and there was a good hit on that play. And well, they're back to that formation again. So the center is eligible right now because he's not the middle man.
Interesting to see what happens here.
He is running, and he's open. That's the center.
And the center's got it. He's going. He's still on his feet, sheds a tackle. Eventually, he's brought down.
And Wyatt, I'm a little surprised because the North had a chance to see that formation, and I thought they would have had the coverage figured out.
They missed that chance, the South. And that's a huge gain for the North after.
It's coming back.
And I spoke too soon. Interesting to see what the call is here.
You know what happened there, our viewers? When they lined up in that formation, the middle man who was lined up wide is ineligible, and he cannot run a pattern, and he did. He went downfield. He needed to stay on the line of scrimmage, which is really too bad because he really had nothing to do with the play. The center was the man that was open on that play.
That was Langridge. Unnecessary play takes back a huge gain for the North, and they're right back where they started. Snap goes, it's a handoff. Run play, tries to slip a couple of tackles, but he's got 3 men on him, no chance to get around. The North is going to have to do a better job of blocking for these runs as well. Second down coming here. Still a chance for the North as they break huddle. Bryce Rule is going to have to make something happen here for them. Up, and it's a handoff to the biggest man on the field, and he chugs through, but it's going to be a couple yards short.
That is a big boy, and you got to get low to bring that guy down.
Treat and Worthing. You'd need about 10 of me to take him down, I'll tell you that much. I don't know if 6 men would be the game for me.
This is a big play. They need to sustain a drive.
Third down, they only need about 2 yards here. See if they keep this one on the ground. That's been popular for him. It looks like it's going to be a pass. Coverage coming. He's got a couple of men. He decides to take it himself, gets a couple yards.
Looks like he's got it.
Good.
And again, he was looking for a receiver that was running across the middle. He was covered, and he did the right thing. He tucked the ball and ran with it.
His DBs for the South are doing a great job covering the receivers. The North has been forced on a couple occasions to have to run it, even when they want to pass. Rule getting a bit of a workout here. Drops back, he's looking. He's got a man downfield. Decides to go for the short pass. A little bit of miscommunication there. Really thought he was going to get open. Garrett Inchko, but...
Yeah, the running back stopped running there, and if he would have kept going, he would have had some separation. Quarterback had a lot of time to throw.
I think the quarterback thought that was more of a wheel route, turned into a button hook, but that's the miscommunication we get with first-time players playing together. Second down here. Rule with the ball. Short pass there. Makes it. That might be good for a first down. Maybe not just inches away.
Yeah, I think it's inches short, but there's no doubt they'll be going for it.
3rd and inches, how could you not? That was one of the bigger plays this offense has made that hasn't been brought back so far in this one.
Looks to me like the North should stick with the short passing game. It seems to be working for them. They're struggling a little bit with the run.
And that was Cartman Kinzel's second reception here, and he's the one who takes the handoff, and he's going to get that first down blowing through 2 defenders. Cartman Kinzel getting his touches in today, and he moves the sticks for the North.
Very important drive with just over 3 minutes to go in the half. I really think the North has to come away with some points.
3 minutes left here to go in the second quarter. Moving across their opponent's line for only the second time today. It'll be Rule under center. Takes a snap, fakes the pass. He's got pressure coming. Hits Kinzel, who turns and gets the first down.
Excellent play by the quarterback. Very creative there. And defense didn't know if he was going to run or throw because he was scrambling a lot. And he just got rid of the ball before he hit the line of scrimmage. Pretty hard to cover that.
They're going to have a lineup change coming in here. New receivers out there for the North. Snap is good. Handoff goes. Cuts to the left and gets brought back down in the backfield. Riker Lamab had no chance there to get any forward momentum. Good play by the South once again after giving up a couple of big plays.
Yes, excellent pursuit on that play.
Now it's going to be 2nd down and 14 here for the North. They need a big gain. Snap's caught. Looks downfield. Receiver almost had him. A little bit of extra contact by Brady Peacock before the play.
That was very good coverage because that was a very accurate throw and could have easily been 6 points there. 3rd and long, but I'm sure they're going to go for it.
At this point, 2:17 to go. You almost have to, down a couple of scores. And they got Kinzel back on the field. He's been one of the favorite targets for the North today. Let's see if that ball ends up back in his hands sometime on this play.
Well, and they were going with that overload formation again, and it looks to me like I'm not sure who called the timeout, but this is a big, big play. Both coaches need to make sure their players know exactly what their assignments are.
Be interesting to see if we have any more tomfoolery out here with the time left remaining in the field position. The North has went for it a couple times, and it was Kinzel who actually had thrown that pass to Opibone that got pulled back. You got to wonder if maybe they have another flea flicker in them.
Well, I'd like to think that the South should have that play covered by now.
It'll be a bit of a scramble, but I guess we'll find out here. So far, as we're looking through, the South are up 12-0 here. Is there anybody from the South that has really impressed you or stood out?
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Devin Booz, number 7, the quarterback, and from Hannah, and number 5, Liam McKaig as well.
Liam McKaig seems he's been catching all the deep balls for him. Great at separating himself from the defensive backs. Let's see if he can get some more yards later in this one. But the North, a chance here on 3rd down and long. They need to convert. And it will be Kinzel that takes the snap. He's looking. Can still make a throw. And he will. Throws a laser. Is that ball caught?
It's caught, and it's going to be very close. I think it might be inches short, but it's going to be close.
Oh, it looks...
It might need a measurement.
They're putting it on the line. This one's going to be extremely close. What a pass. And that was Opibone. Almost like I drew up. Unfortunate there for the North. Just inches short. And the South's going to get the ball back with 2 minutes to go here. And a chance to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, very important for the North to not let that happen again because they were moving the ball there, and there's only 2 minutes left in the half.
It'll be Fonseca who will take the snap. He's got an option play. Short pass, there it goes. It's to McKaig. McKaig breaks a tackle, gets help to block there, breaks another tackle, 3 of them, and he's finally hauled down. But an impressive job there. Daniel Nassar makes the tackle, but Liam McKaig breaks through 3 North defenders to move the chains.
You know what's impressive? I'm looking at the roster, and he's only in grade 10.
He's got some time to grow. Fonseca under pressure, avoids the tackle, gets a couple of them hand in the face, and he will be brought down right about the line of scrimmage. Scramble play there.
And if you notice the name of number 5, he's got the same last name as the head coach of the South, so I would assume that that's coach's son. And
it's a football family.
Yes, and Cam is an excellent coach, and I'm sure his son has had lots of great instruction. And probably got his athleticism from his mother, though.
I'd like to say I got mine from my dad, but I look more and more like my mom, a little more rounded out every year. I got McKegg back on the field here. We'll see if he can get another touch in this one. Minute 15 to go. Snap is up. Pressure's coming. Man on him. He's got a hand. Shovel pass there, but it can't go because it's the center.
Well, if that was the middleman, he's ineligible, and I think that's what happened. And he was surprised to have the ball in his hands, and he just dropped it.
Threw his arms up. Lester Waldron there. Doesn't normally catch passes, and I think we know why.
I don't think that'll make our highlight package.
The low light, maybe. And now the North, after giving up a big play, gets a huge set of stops, and they're going to get the ball back with a minute 9. Able to get the ball back in less than a minute. Impressive job. And now they're in tremendous field position. Only 40 yards away from a score.
They have to manage the clock properly here.
Kinsell back out there. Rule drops back. He's looking. Pressure, finds a man wide open. It's Kinsell with another catch here. That one will be just short of the first down. 8-yard pickup. And for Kinsell, that is his 4th reception of the half. In case you're curious, the record for receptions in a game is 7. He is on pace to break that in this one.
Less than a minute to go. They got to get going here.
Clock is running. Roll takes the pass. It's a handoff to Kinsell. Takes the first tackle up high. Stays on his feet, but is brought down. 42 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Interesting to see where they'll place the ball. I think we might need another measurement here. That one looks close. It can only be inches. So now you got to go for it. Second down. Couple of chances at this one, and they are going to get the measure.
And we have a measurement on the field.
Team North should have 2 plays called here, so they don't waste time because there's only 42 seconds left in the half. And managing the clock is very important right now.
Not enough for the first down there. But like you said, partner, they got a couple chances at it, and they only have to move about 6 inches in order to get across that line. Free play here to the end zone, if you ask me. And it's up. Rule's going to run that one. Makes a
Good
cut to the left. He's going 10-5, and he's into the end zone.
And that was huge. That was huge. Just before the half, they finally break into the end zone, and we've now got a game. Wyatt?
Yeah, we do. Bryce Rule, rumbling, bumbling, tumbling into the end zone, cuts that deficit in half. Now, it'll be interesting to see what the North does here. They're going to kick it for 2 points to try and close the gap a little more.
These converts are very, very important.
We've already seen the South botch 2 of them so far, which has kind of kept the North in this one. They can make this kick, which it looks like they're going for here. We could be within 4 points. Try to draw the offside. Kick is up, and it is blocked. Charging through the line. That was Salazar. Kicker had no chance there as Salazar swallowed him up immediately.
Like I said, there's Converts are difficult because there's 4 blocking 6. But that time, the pressure came up the middle, and that shouldn't happen. The middle should be blocked all the time. And that was going back to the scoring play, number 17, Bryce Rule from Assumption. Just a great job of picking up the touchdown there on the cutback. And that's going to give him a lot of momentum going into the half. And we've got a game here.
Nice to finally see the speed of Rule, as that was the first time he was really able to get his legs open, and can he move?
Yes, he's quick.
And now
it'll be interesting to see if they play it safe and just kick the ball short here, or they might even go for an onside kick, actually.
30 seconds left here to go in the half. It's the South up 6 over the North. South has won 4 of 5 of these All-Star games, and the North is trying to give them a run for their money today. Lined up, the South looks ready to return it deep. We'll see if that's the plan. And here's the short kick. Doesn't go to 10 yards.
That's exactly how you instruct your big men to do. Just fall on the ball.
Offensive lineman, not exactly part of the hands team, but does a good job there recovering it. And now some excellent field position with 30 seconds left for the South to try and pull away and take back their 12-point lead, or even more, going into the third quarter. Handoff is faked. He's going deep.
He's got a man
wide open. He's got the catch, and he's down. What a play.
Well, I was wondering whether they were going to play conservative or go for it, and I guess that answered my question.
And they're going for it in this one, and they are down the field in a hurry. 21 seconds left to go. They're going to have a couple shots at the end zone here.
Another excellent, accurate throw by Devin Booz.
And Jesse Van Velsen, the deep ball slayer, gets the catch there. Just a tick over 20 seconds left to go here. We got a timeout. Trying to draw something up on both sides here. The North needs a stop, and the South want to restore their huge lead that they had going into this quarter.
We've seen the North line up in a trick formation, and this might be a great time for the South to do it.
Be interesting to see what they got going here. Looks like they got both quarterbacks out there just in case, and we got a penalty coming up here. Not sure if that one's going to be an offside on the North or not. Both teams are pointing at each other, and that one's going to be
procedure.
And that'll be on the South. They're going to move back a couple yards. Bit of a break for the North here. They'll get ready here. Devin Booz, quarterback. He's got options. Jesse Van Velsen.
He's got a man open again.
Couple of them. And he's going back to Van Velsen. Goes right over his head.
Well, somebody ran a wrong route because there were 2 receivers in the exact same spot and 2 DBs as well.
I'm going to question that one. But from the quarterback position, Devin Booz put that ball up in a perfect spot. It was behind the heads of all the defenders. His man was the only man who could have a chance at it, even though there was a bit of a crisscross there with the wiring. Just under 14 seconds here. Second down. Booz gets it. Pressure's coming. Gets a block. Gets that one off. And it's back, and he's wide open, and he's going to walk right into the end zone. Jesse Van Velsen gets that touchdown.
He scored on the second last play of the half.
He provided all the offense for South on that drive with 6 seconds remaining. He put 6 points on the board. Impressive half for him. And now we'll see if the South can convert here for the first time today. Looking to extend that lead. It's another kick. It is up, and it is good.
Well, that one is great for the South, but that hurt the North. They made a pushback. They scored, and unfortunately, they let the South get back the touchdown just before the half.
Unfortunate play, and now it's a 14-point lead for the South over the North with just 6 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see if the South will even bother kicking it deep, or if they're just going to kick a short one here.
I think it'd be the right thing to just keep it short and safe.
Onside, leave him one play, maybe. Don't let him get open all the way back down there. The kick is up, and it's a squib.
But it's out of bounds, so they'll have to do it again.
So they'll get one more try here. Do they go back to the well, or are they going to try an onside? Just 6 seconds left. The North, not a lot of time. Going to need a bit of a miracle if they want to get into the end zone before the end of the quarter.
Okay, so the option, the North had the option of taking the ball with the penalty or a re-kick, and they're going to take it. And looks like they're drawing up another play here. This will be the last play of the half. And I wonder if they're going to go back to that pass to the center down the seam.
They've already tried it twice today. Let's see if the third time's the charm. And a smart play just to take the ball, kill no more time off this clock, as you don't have a lot to work with.
And Coach Bramfield bringing his defense in together, and I'm sure he's going to instruct them to play very, very soft in the secondary and keep everything in front of them.
You don't want to give up the big play. You want to, I mean, if you give up 20 yards here, it doesn't hurt you, but you don't want to give up that score. So we'll see if there's anybody sitting back watching. I wouldn't expect to see any man sent at the quarterback here. Well, that's been an interesting game. So we were talking a little earlier, Corey Caldwell, the founder of Six Man Football. He started in Breton, but he was from Saskatchewan originally, and he's the one who brought the game over to Alberta. And Julian, my man, you are the commissioner, and do you have any words you'd like to say about Corey?
Yeah, Corey's the founder of Six Man Football in Alberta, and like you said, he brought the game with him from Saskatchewan, and the game is just exploding since it first started, and all because of Corey.
All right, and it looks like we got another interesting formation in this one. Rural takes a snap.
Looks like they're going to throw back to the quarterback.
Another flea flick, but the pressure comes in with a double sack. That was Landon Schutz, the other quarterback, who got the ball, but he was wrapped up and plowed. And that's going to do it here for the second quarter. Your score, 20 for the South, 6 for the North as we head into halftime. My name is Wyatt Zieger. I am your play-by-play announcer. My commentator today is Julian Annicchiarico. Today's game, South versus the North All-Stars. Heading into the break, we'll be back in just a few. After two quarters, are up 20-6 over the North, and the North's going to get the first kick. It's a squib. It goes through.
They got it. They got it.
And they recovered. What a job there. That'll be Garrett Inchko. Haven't heard his name a lot tonight, but he recovers that one.
Well, Wyatt, in six-man football, you will see short kicks the majority of the time, just because there's so much field out there, and if you kick the ball deep, very good chance of it getting run back for a touchdown. And when you kick short, I would say probably 1 out of every 3 kicks is recovered by the kicking team. So that was exactly what they needed to start this second half.
Good risk reward for the North, and it pays off. They get the ball to start this third quarter, and it's a handoff to Kinzel, who gets wrapped up immediately in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of at least 5 yards on that play.
And a nice stop there for a...
Kinzel will go off. We'll get a change here. The North will roll along still. It'll be Bryce Rule at quarterback. Bryce has provided the offense today for them. The lone touchdown for the North in this game.
That last tackle was made by Louie Casona. Nose guard. He came right up the middle, and he's a very strong boy, tough to block.
And the handoff comes here, moving to his left, and he is brought down before he can get really going anywhere. That was Garrett Miller, one of his first touches of the game. The North starting to open up the offense a little more and get a little more people touches in this one.
And number 22, Peyton Schmaltzbauer from Caroline, is having one heck of a game. He has made a lot of tackles.
That he has, and a couple of huge ones, most notably for me, off of the North's lone kick in that game. He just drilled the receiving player as we have a short dump pass here, and it's Kinzel who breaks free. Not a lot of speed, but good moves laterally and able to pick up about 12 yards there. They'll still be short of the first down.
It was a good play, but not quite enough for the first down.
Third down here. Oh,
now it's a turnover on downs.
It'll be a turnover on downs. Sorry. Still learning how to count. 1, 2, 2.5. And the South will get the ball back. 10 minutes to go here in a 14-point lead. Snap goes. He's going to take it himself. Moving to the right. Sheds a first tackle. Eventually brought down, but a good pickup there. Going to get about 7 yards on that one. That's the quarterback, Luis Fonseca, back in the game. Took a hard hit in that second quarter.
Yeah, Luis did a really good job of running up the middle, and when he had no more real estate, he double wrapped the ball to protect it. A nice gain of 8 yards.
Two-headed monster there between Booz and Fonseca for the South. When either or is in, the offense is moving. Wrap up there, but it looks like it's going to be just short of that first down.
I think he's got it, Wyatt. It's going to be close.
And a hard run up the middle.
Angles and eyes, and we'll see.
It's going to take a measurement.
That it is. And for the South, it'll be business as usual, moving those sticks. They have been able to work that ball down the field seemingly all day. So we get the measure.
It is a first down by inches. Down.
The North not getting any breaks so far in this one. They're trailing 14 points with 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
One thing you need to know is that a 14-point lead is nothing in six-man football. You can put points on the board in a hurry.
And we'll expect them to do just that, but first they got to get a stop. Players moving. Fonseca moves out to his right, looking to pass, gets that one just out of the hands of the receiver. Good coverage on that play by Brady Master. Didn't give the receiver any room to work with. That was Jacob Jensen, normally a running back, moving out there and just a little short of the ball. Second down now. 10 yards to go. Fonseca has the snap. Pressure's coming.
He's got a lot of open
space.
He's
got to run. He's got to move. He's moving the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. He's wide open and he's going home. Luis Fonseca. Touchdown.
Luis picked up a great block from number 88, Jacob Jensen from Rimby Spartans, and he had nothing but open real estate.
And what What a move. The legs on that kid. He was moving like Sonic the Hedgehog down the field. And he puts his team up another 6. And that kick will be good as well. The South now up 22 over the North. Now there's going to be a precedent on offense coming from that North bench. The South has just they've done a great job on both sides of the ball so far in this one. Not just offensively where they've put up points, but defensively as well. So we get another look at that last touchdown. See the great blocking there, and then he's just gone to the races. Number 88 at the end of that play, Jacob Jensen, holding up the last man that could touch him, and he was gone.
So that's the thing about six-man football. There's a lot of open real estate. Everybody seemed to be on one side of the field, and Fonseca just took off to the other side.
It's like that Shania Twain song, Wide Open Spaces. And they've taken advantage of it so far. It'll be Fonseca. Man just ran that in. He's going to get the kickoff as well. That one's in the air and caught.
Oh, a little razzle-dazzle here.
Here's a move and another move. We're going back. Avoids the tackle. Rule still on his feet. Rule still moving. Rule hit at the end of that play.
Well, you got to love that play. I mean, they're trying everything here.
A couple schoolyard moves, and as we hear the PA announcer, like he heard you with that razzle-dazzle. Great running there by Rule, who could have been brought down there a number of times, but stayed on his feet, and he took a hard hit at the end of that play as well.
Let's hope that he's all right, because he's having a very good game.
And he's really, let's hope some of that energy can be transferred here into the rest of the team. So we're going to have Landon Schultz, who should be under center for this one. North needs to get it going here. They're going to start at their own 41.5-yard line. 8 minutes to go here, third quarter. They're in a hole. It's 22 points. Kinzel's directing traffic for the North. Fakes the handoff. Schultz.
He's got a man open.
Overthrows him. What a chance there. Garrett Miller wide open in the flat, but unable to connect with the receiver. Just put a little too much sauce on that ball.
And they'd like to have that one back.
That they would. Schultz coming in and just couldn't connect there. Would have been wide open and would have cut this deficit. They're going to get another chance at it here. It's 2nd down and 10. Man in motion, shuts, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's looking up the middle of the field, fakes the throw. One-on-one against the linebacker. Still on his feet, and we got a flag on the field. I think that's going to be a face mask against Edgar Reyes. 9-yard pickup. We'll make sure who that flag's going to. Referees are going to have a discussion about it now.
No, it's the penalties against the North.
They're going to call a face mask on Schutz. I think they might have got a little bit of each other there. From my angle partner, it looked like the other way around. And that's unfortunate for the North, who had a 9-yard play. They were within distance of getting that first down, and now they're going to be moved back. They'll repeat 2nd down.
And again, like I mentioned earlier, these players are playing this game basically in their off season, and it shows. There's been some missed tackles, and guys aren't breaking down like they normally would be if this game was played in October or November. But they're still providing a lot of entertainment out here.
And there's still plenty of time to knock the rust off here with just under 20 minutes of total playtime left. He shuts back there. And that snap goes over his head. Kinzel's going to have to recover at his own 10, and he's going to try and make the throw. He's motioning. Everyone get deep, get deep. Kinzel lays one up there, and
He's got it!
He got it! What a move there! Kinzel the throw, and Ryan Lamab makes the catch.
And you know what? Why? That's just the way they drew up that play.
I don't know about your drawings. What? I can't name a thing the North needed more than that. They were pushed back and even further on their own 10.
That's quite the throw by a running back.
Kinzel continues to impress in this one. He's got 4 receptions. He's also got 3 passes. That's the first one completed, though. Shuts. Handoff to Kinzel, the former. Breaks a tackle. He's got wrapped up a couple of men, and he will be brought down. Good job defensively there by Edgar Rios, who hasn't made any flashy plays in this one, but he hasn't let anybody blow by him either.
Edgar's been pretty steady. He's a veteran out here. He's in his 4th year of six-man football, and he does a really good job at that linebacker position.
You can tell why his team made it to the finals last year. A lot of impressive players coming out. Another chance for North here. Second down for Schutz. Fakes the handoff, gets a block. He's looking down, and he's got that one again. Another catch, and it's Lamab. He's going to the house, takes a hit at the end.
Touchdown.
But he's in there for the touchdown. Lamab not giving up on the play. And he's hurt. He took a shot at the end of that play.
Well, that was a great play. The quarterback rolled out to the right, and then it was a drag pattern coming across the opposite way. And he is a big target, and he did a great job. He was hit pretty hard at the goal line.
And
that's a big play for the North. They're back in it again.
And for Lamab, on this drive alone, that's going to be 90 yards he picked up. Not all of them will count coming from the 10 off the snap, but he essentially moved the ball down the entire field for the North, and that's going to be important. They're going to want to spread out this offense a little more. As we get another look at the replay here. And there's that pass, just floats it in over the head of the defender, and right at the goal line, he gets rocked. And he's still being attended to right now.
Well, like I said, points come fast in six-man, and they're starting to pile up now.
And we'll see how the North does converting here. They need every point they can get.
And for a game like this, we have trainers that are supplied by Football Alberta, very competent staff, and the players will be well looked after. One thing I wanted to tell you, Wyatt, is there are coaches in attendance today from Team Saskatchewan that are looking at some of our best grade 12 players to invite to tryouts for the Can-Am Bowl, which is a annual game between a six-man team from Canada, specifically Saskatchewan, against an all-star team from Texas. And they come down every year to our All-Star weekend, and they like to recruit some of our best players. So I think they have some good talent to draw from here.
Defensively, the Peyton Schmalzbauer would be somebody I would keep my eyes on if I was from them. He has been blowing people up on defense.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they got their eye on him already.
Smart people over there in Saskatchewan. And that kick was good for the North. They closed the gap. They cut the lead in half. It's now 28-14 for the South. Plenty of time left in this one. In the North, they can get a stop here. They're not out of this game whatsoever.
And I'm anticipating another short kick. They last time they did this, they recovered.
See if they can go 2 for 2. And in the All-Star game, the risk is worth the reward here. Keep that ball in your offensive hand. They've done a great job. They have scores on 2 of their last 3 drives, leading back to the last quarter.
No, I was wrong. There you go, deep.
And that kick is deep, takes one hop. Switching back, doesn't see any contact. Gets to the 40, gets a huge block there. The 50 sheds a tackle across the other 50 and 40, and he comes back and takes the hit.
And that's the danger of kicking the ball deep. You got a guy back there with some speed, and he almost took it to the house.
And that was Garrett Inchko at the end of that one, making the play. Huge job there. And a great return for the South, and they are in key field position early. 5:20 left here to go in the third quarter. They're going to get the ball at the opponent 43. Interesting to see what the South draws up here. Haven't seen a lot of trickery from them in this one. It's been the North that's opened up the bag there.
Well, they haven't needed the trickery because what they've been doing has been working.
And we'll see what we roll out as the North makes a late lineup change there. Three men back. And it's Booz who has it. That pass into the ankles of James Connors, and that one's not going to be good. Probably the first errant pass for Booz all day.
I was just going to say that. He's been very accurate today. That one just got away on him.
I think it just slipped out of the hands right at the end there. They get a second chance here. Booz drops back. He's got defense coming at him. Pressure's on its way. He outruns it. He's moving. He's going to keep going. The 30, the 20, the 10, and he's going to make it for a touchdown! Devin Booz, untouchable.
And if you look at the replay, he picked up some great blocks. Number 25, Carson Martin from St. Joe's, was on his man, and he wasn't touched on that play. And the points are coming in bunches now. Like I said, like I predicted.
This game is blown wide open as far as points go. And what a chase there. Landon Herzog just couldn't catch him. Devin Booz showing that there's more than one fast quarterback in this game. And here's that replay now. As we see him escape, and he just picks up speed effortlessly. Gets a couple of key blocks down the field. Number 42 on that one, Jesse Van Valen, also made a killer block right at the 20-yard line to ensure he could walk into that end zone.
So I think that's 3 out of our 4 quarterbacks have scored touchdowns in this game now. And that happens a lot in the 6-man game.
And do you hear that, Landon? That means it's your turn to get on the board. We'll see what the South does here. It has been wildly unpredictable to tell who's going to kick what now. 4.5 minutes to go. The lead is 22 for the South. And it would have been a back and forth third quarter. The North in the beautiful Esky greens. The South in those wonderful reds. Just like the Stampeders. And that kick is up and it is caught. Making a move to the left. Wrapped up and taken down.
By number 22 again.
Schmalz Bauer. He is all over this North offense. And the special teams especially. Garrett Inchko, not much room to work with. And that is another point. The South hasn't really given up much on the special team, especially off kicks, where the North has given up a lot of big yards.
Yes.
And it's made it. Special teams has made a difference in this one. North had the ball in their hands. Start at their own 44. It shuts in a quarterback. Fakes the handoff. Looks left. Goes across to Kinzel. Catches it. Kinzel is also going to make that throw deep, and he had a man open.
Well, you know what? He should not have thrown that ball because the first pass was forward, and then he threw a forward pass. So that's what that flag is. If the first pass goes backwards like it was supposed to, then he could throw the ball downfield. But the official, number 23, was right there, and he caught it. And I'm sure that's what the call is.
That's a good catch there, as I missed that one. And Kinzel, surprised he hasn't had anyone wearing him like a shadow so far. He has been all over the offense, running, passing, and receiving. It'll be interesting to see what the North does here. 2nd and 10. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Time to get down the field, get a stop, and get the ball back. It'll be Schutz who stays in at quarterback. Rule, who was doing a tremendous job. Haven't seen him since he took that shot.
And
Hopefully
the
still
South
okay.
now has to decide whether they want to take that penalty or not. I think they're going to decline it. No, they are taking it. They're going to put him at. They're going to put him at 1st and 20.
1st and 20, probably 35-yard line.
And that hasn't affected the North so far. They've done pretty good on the deep ball. They've had, when they have the space, let's see if they can continue that. Schutz fakes the handoff, looks up. He's got the blocking. He's just waiting for receivers to get open, and he's got one, and it goes through the hands.
It was there. The ball was underthrown, and the receiver did a good job of coming back to it, but it went right through his hands.
Clay Livingston, a beautiful chance, would have been a first down, and now it's 2nd and 20 for the North. The South trying to get another stop here. And there's a penalty on the North, but it will be declined. They will stay at 2nd and 20. The North easily has taken at least 5 more penalties than the South in this one, and penalties have really hurt the North's offense. The amount of huge plays we've seen called back off of procedures alone.
Yes, on that play there, they didn't have enough men on the line, so like I said, in six-man football, you have to have 3 players on the line of scrimmage.
Pitch back to Kinzel. Weird decision here as he's wrapped up and he's going to be pushed back behind the line.
Yeah,
Second
that
and
was,
20.
I don't know about a 2nd and 20 call there, just with a toss, but they went backwards.
You had to wonder there for a second if they would respect the pass of Kinzel, but with 3-man rushing at him, there was no need to. And we have an injured player on the field as well. I can't see a number.
And we're making our trainers earn their money today.
Yeah, they're getting a workout. I'm like us up here in the booth. Hopefully okay. We've seen a number of players go down, and part of it that can be, as you said, it's not the season, and there's still the rust and.
Yeah, you can't get in condition in 3 days, and that's about all these players had to get ready for this game. So there is some rust out there.
I've had 23 years to get in condition, and I'm still not there. So tremendous job that they're doing out there, though. It has been quite an exciting game to watch. Don't let that scoreboard fool you. That lead could be evaporated as early as this fourth quarter.
That's Louie Casona of St. Joe's Crusaders. Looks like he might have rolled an ankle there.
Unfortunate. He was having quite an impressive game so far. Couple of hits. Now it's a whole fill for the
we've
South.
only seen the North punt once today, but if ever there was a punting down, it's 3rd and about, what would you say, 25?
25 from your own 25.
It's 3rd and long all the way from Saskatchewan. Let's see if they can get this.
It'll be interesting to see. They do have Kinsella out in the field. You have the option to run that trick play one more time. Doesn't look like that's what they'll do.
They're going for it.
They're going to go for it.
No, they're not.
And it's the fake and it's the kick. We've seen that twice from them now today. A man back and he bobbles the ball. He's going to make a move up to 50, and he is brought down.
Great tackle. So
Dropped the legs.
on that last play, they had 2 upbacks, and if you noticed, they were behind the kicker, which meant they were onside. So they could have gone downfield and recovered the ball. They wouldn't have had to give 5 yards.
And Schmalzbauer, who received that kick, had a little bit of trouble with it. So if they would have done a better job of closing in quicker, if that ball had a little more hang time, it could have been a dangerous play there.
There's probably a reason why he plays defense.
Yeah. But what a heck of a job he does on it.
Yes, he does.
And the South will go back on offense here. Luis Fonseca. He's got a touchdown in this one on the ground, and he's going to move.
Flags
flags
everywhere.
Flying.
Quarterback keeper, number 11, Luis Fonseca, for a small game.
We'll see if this one
I think there was a face mask or two.
face mask, and it appears on the North. We might have a couple of calls out here after that. And the North has got to do a better job at cleaning up these penalties.
And again, it's just players not breaking down, not getting low enough. They're getting tired, so you don't bend your knees as much and you start reaching.
And to their credit, I mean, part of it has been the South's defense, which has shut down the North, and it's left these players out there for the majority of the game. You got some tired legs out there. And the South is trying to take advantage of that. 2 minutes here to go in the third quarter. Snap comes pressure immediately. He's wrapped up, and he stays on his feet, passes that one out. Unable to find a receiver.
Really good pressure there. Two guys came in clean. Fonseca probably shouldn't have thrown that ball because that could have been picked off, but
Dangerous, but it pays
very
off.
dangerous.
Fonseca has had himself a game for sure. Touchdown in this one. Second down, 2 touchdowns in this one, pardon me. And more pressure comes, and it gets it, but it won't find a receiver. And that's a couple of times now in a row that they've gotten to Fonseca. I think the North is starting to figure out the key to this one is pressure.
Yeah, and with that pressure, Fonseca threw off his back foot, and therefore the ball was underthrown. 3rd and long, or 3rd and 10. Let's see what they do here. They have not punted this game.
No, they haven't seen a lot of 3rd and 10s to their credit as well.
But they are in punt formation. Now remember, the punter's a quarterback as well, so he can throw.
Dual threat. And he's going to kick that one.
Whoa.
Line drive kick. I don't think he wanted to until he saw the pressure
Yeah,
come up
there
the
was
middle.
pressure there.
It's a good job there by Aiden Cracknell out of Hinton, who closed on him in a hurry. And Fonseca, after 2 straight plays of seeing green jerseys fly at him, he gets a 3rd in a row. Still not great field position, though, for the North. They're going to start at their own 30. And they're going to have to move that ball. I got a minute to go in this quarter. Motion and the snap.
Broken play.
Missed the handoff.
He's open.
Gets the pass out, and it goes through the hands once again. Clay Livingston had a chance at that one. Bryce Rule also back in this game now. Been a miscommunication between him and Livingston. I think Rule wanted to hand that ball off, and Livingston didn't think that was the play.
Yeah, there was a broken play there. Having said that, the receiver was open.
Yeah, to his credit, Livingston, after not taking the handoff, did a great job of getting open. Faked everyone out, including himself. Second and 10 here. Rule handoff. It's the double pitch, and it's dropped by Livingston. Livingston passes that one, gets it up ahead to Kinzel. Kinzel on his feet and gets the first down.
That's called the double reverse fumble pass.
It worked to perfection. Now, I think this is one
I
of
don't
those
think that one was in the playbook.
That was one of those 5% deviations.
That's
I
right.
think. Hey, but for Kinzel now, that is his 5th reception of the game. Only 2 off tying the record. And 10 seconds here. We got time for one last play. Snap is off. Goes to Schutz. Schutz, he's got good blocking, can move.
He's
he throws
open.
that ball right through the hands, just a little too high. It hung in the air.
Well, you know what there? That ball actually was thrown very well. He stopped running is what happened. He misjudged it. He stopped running, and the ball went off his fingertips. If he would have kept going, it would have hit him right in stride.
Riker Lamab on that one. He's already got a touchdown in this game. Could have had himself another if he would have kept with the play.
You can see Lamab limping, though. That he's still feeling the effects of that hit on the goal line.
And maybe that's part of what slowed him down getting to that ball. So that'll do it for the third quarter. Teams are going to flip sides. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the North going into this one. They got a 22-point hole to climb themselves out of. There's no time like the future, like the present, to get started. Three quarters in the books. I know I asked you at the half who was really impressing you. Now I want to puzzle you again with this third quarter. Is there anybody that's been jumping out?
Well, there's a few guys that have stood out. Just get this play done here.
Free play here for the North. It's going to be an
And
offside.
flags everywhere.
The original penalty should have went to Randy Lizotte. Took a step offside before the snap. We'll clear up what the other flags are as well.
Going back to your question, for the South, both quarterbacks have played very, very well. Fonseca and Booz, and McKegg has had a great game. Defensively, Schmaltzbauer has been a stud. And the North, we've had Kinzel's looked really good. He's made some big plays. Rules made some plays as well. But we have a quarter to go yet.
Lamab as well. Before that
Lamab
drop,
as well,
had
yes.
himself quite a game. And if I creep back into the South, Juan Salazar has another guy. I've seen him on a number of plays so far. But I mean, you could almost pick any one of these players because after all, this is an all-star game.
That's right.
And there we go. We're
Looks
get
like,
offsetting penalties.
and we had an illegal man downfield again. And again, this happens in an all-star game where you got guys coming from different programs and maybe not used to the or the play schemes, and
if you're normally the guy who blocks, or if you're normally the guy who receives, these are all stars in their own rights from their own teams. Pass is there, caught with a man all over him. Good job there by Opibon.
Yeah, that was a good catch.
Number 21 was wearing him like a cape. Johan Garcia.
The coverage was excellent, and he did get a hand in there to try to knock it down. He just missed it, but I agree with you. The coverage for the secondary for the South has been really, really good this game.
Bryce Rule takes a snap. He's got pressure coming, avoids, short dump pass.
I think we have a late hit on the quarterback, number 65, big boy from Hannah. Carter Belke got through there, and he might have hit him after the ball was released.
And Belke has had a number of plays up the middle there. I think that is the closest he has gotten to the quarterback so far. But regardless, looks like we're going to have a flag here. Can't take that late hit. And for the North, they needed that right at the end of the play.
And again, Belke got through there, and when you're that close to the quarterback, it's pretty hard to hold back.
Like a bull.
Oh. They said a flag thrown in error.
Oh. Well, for Belke, he's going to get away with that one. Free shot at the quarterback.
Yeah.
And for Rule,
he just had a 300-pounder land on him.
Yeah, and he's going to move out, and he'll be Schutz back in the game. Schutz makes that pass over the head of the receiver and out of bounds. Hard to really get that momentum going at the quarterback position when you're not sure what snap you're going to be taking. But he has made the most of his opportunities so far. A couple of overthrows, but a lot of nice dimes into the receiver's arms as well from Schutz. Now it's third down for the North. Looks like they're going to go for it as well. Fakes the handoff. Schutz is looking, waiting for a man to get open. No one downfield. He's going to
That's a live ball. That's a live ball.
And it's going to be sat on. It looks like the South has it.
There were a few players that let up on that play, just thinking it was an incompletion, but the ball was thrown backwards, which makes it a lateral, and it was a live ball.
And Ethan Mitchell out of Camrose gets the fumble recovery there. And a bit of a mistake there from Schutz, who had defenders closing in on him, and he panicked and threw it away. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 22-point lead for the South, and they are marching. Fakes the handoff. Booz makes that throw. It is not caught. Along the sideline, dropped. Good chance there. Even better defense from the North.
That was actually a very accurate throw, considering Booz had pressure on him and threw off his back foot there. He put it on the money. It was catchable.
Chance there squandered. And now it'll be 2nd and 10. Booz with a man in motion. Gets that handoff. We wrapped up behind the line.
Nice play.
Great play there by Bryce Fenton. Haven't heard his name a lot there, but he wrapped him up in the backfield, and the North needed that one. So now the North, after giving up the fumble, a chance to shut him down here. Looks like they're going to go for it. 3rd and 12. Booz drops back. He's got pressure coming. He's being chased by not one but 2 defenders. Over, gets that ball out. And we got a flag on the sideline as well.
And official, who was a long ways from the play, threw a flag.
That was Bryce Fenton. Once again, chasing him down. A couple big plays in a row from him. We'll see what the referees have on their minds now. Looks like a chop block. But I believe it is on the South.
It's against the South.
North should decline. It should be North ball.
Looks like we got 2 bellies on team, so.
You know, legal man. And there the North goes. After giving up the fumble, they get the 3 and out. And they're right back in this one with 9:18 to play.
They need a quick score here.
Let's see if they go back to that bag of tricks. He shuts under center. Rule taking a couple of big shots in this game. Shuts, cocks back, gets that one off in the air.
Almost picked off.
Through the hands of the defender. Close place there for Brady Peacock. That's the second hand he's had on a ball. And a good play there. And now the North.
They substitute all 6 guys on this play.
So it'll be Rule back in here. No, it won't be Rule under center, actually. It's going to be Clay Livingston. Oh, I'm sorry. It will be Rule. 12 and 17 look quite similar. Rule gets that. He's got Livingston open to the left. He's waiting for him. He's going to take it himself. Moves across the 50 to the 55.
It's going to be close.
And we'll see where they spot this ball.
I think he's got it. Yeah, he does.
That'll be a first down and move the chains. So 6 new men in, and they're able to get the job done on 2nd down. Looked like he was waiting for Livingston to get open. That was the design of the play, and Livingston just couldn't find enough separation, and when he did, it was too late. So Rule, who's had an impressive game, especially on the ground, continues to do that. Picked up a first down by himself. Shotgun here. Rule is going to take it himself once again. The middle collapsed on him. Fumbled the ball, but the North does sit on it. Good job there to recover.
And interesting, the substitutions are coming 6 at a time right now for the North.
Trying to keep as many people as fresh as possible, maybe.
The problem is running off and on the field. You don't stay fresh.
Exactly.
Especially for some of those big linemen. They're only used to running a couple yards.
They're owed a cheeseburger or two after this one. Any good quarterbacks buying burgers after. 8 minutes to go here. 22-point game.
I think fatigue is definitely setting in here. I think some players are cramping up.
It is a warm day. Don't let the wind fool y'all. Especially here in Alberta. Could be snowing. Get ready for the snap here. Two out to the right for the North. It's Kinzel in the slot position. It'll be a run play for Schutz, who steps out of bounds there. Got forced out. Going to pick up about 2 yards on that one. If you're the North and you want to move this ball, you're going to need more than that, especially 2nd and 10. If you want to start heaving that ball, getting it open. I'll be Rule back in a quarterback now. Full 6'6" change. Rule takes it, hands it off.
The big boy.
He's rumbling. And he can't get that far. Gets about 4 yards before he's brought down. He might be big, but he is not very deceptive with his speed. That's Trayton Wurzig. Second carry of the game. He's got about 14 yards on 2 carries, though. That's not too bad for the big man.
That's a pretty good average.
But it'll be a turnover on downs for the North. And now the South get the ball once again. 7 1/4 here to play in the 4th. Luis Fonseca back at quarterback. Takes a look. He's got a man. Wrapped up and brought down, though.
Sack.
Good pressure there. And that's been a continued theme in this second half for the North. They are getting at the quarterback, and they're doing it fast. And once again, it's Jared.
It's too bad it took that pressure 3/4 to materialize because they are getting to him now.
A little earlier in the game, we might have had a tighter one here, especially would have stopped that run game, which had been so impressive for the South to start. As he's looking, looks like he's going to run here as well.
And I think I saw a holding play there.
And he's out to the right. He's moving across the 50, gets a couple of blocks there.
This should be coming back.
So it's all for naught for the South as Luis Fonseca, who's been absolutely running all over the North, is going to have to try that one more time.
And while we're waiting to sort out the penalties here, a shout out goes to all the coaches who volunteered their time, especially on a long weekend, to work with these athletes. And want to thank all the coaches for their time, their commitment, and especially to the head coaches from the North and South for organizing an outstanding Senior Bowl. Michael Bashinsky from the North, Cam McKegg from the South. You guys did a great job, and we've been very rewarded with an excellent game here.
Yeah, they did a wonderful job, especially in only 3 days of prep. The game that these boys have put on so far is Fonseca. He's feeling the pressure. He still wants to throw. He's thinking, but he's going to run. He's going to get out there, but he doesn't get very far. Dangerous there as he extended. Had pressure coming at him. Not going to be enough for first.
Want to thank all the fans who came out to watch this game, and lots of support from parents, from friends. Hopefully they're enjoying the product.
And the family of Jared Kropelnecki, hopefully they're enjoying this quarter he's been putting on. I can't count on my hands the amount of times he's put a forced pressure on here. As that kick bounces over the head, it's going to go all the way back inside the 10 for the North.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Well, it went out, but didn't look like the guy was going to give him 5 yards either.
No, it did not. So North will catch a bit of a break there. And the South, whose offense looked fire-proven for the first 3 quarters. They've slowed down here in the fourth, but it might be too little too late for the North. Wait for everyone to get set up here. It looks like it's going to be Schutz in at quarterback once again, making the change. The big lineman hustle over. Let's see what they've got drawn up here in the last 5 minutes. They need to get on the board fast. Lined up, Schutz takes it. Gets the handoff. Moving up the middle, wrapped up immediately and brought down. Garrett Inchko has been utilized way more in this second half. Unable to get anything going there. Gets a couple of yards on the play. Difference of huge scores in this one as well. The North hasn't been able to put together one of those big plays, especially in the secondary. If they have, it's been on their legs. And that's credit to the South's defense, who has been stellar in this one, holding the North to only 14 points. Rule back in. Deep ball coming, but that one's a bit of a duck, and it's going to hit the ground. I think that one slipped out of his hands, tried to put a little too much on it.
Yes, Coach Bill Bramfield's done a great job of preparing the defense for the South. They've given up a few long plays and a few broken plays, but for the most part, they've been pretty solid.
And it's proven so far, and that's a big part of this lead. This defense hasn't had to spend a ton of time out on the field either, though, and that's thanks to the offense, who have been driving. But not only that, but sustained plays too. It's not just 1, 2, 3 for the South.
Yeah, I got him.
Snaps coming here. It shuts under. Schutz calls for it. Fakes the handoff. He's got a receiver down the field. That one almost picked off once again.
Good coverage.
And that's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down.
And now, the North gonna have to punt here, pinned back.
Save them to the end.
Let's see if they got anything left here if they want to try. They're down 22, but they are dangerously close to their own end zone. Wouldn't want to turn this one over.
It's first down South.
Snap comes. Moving to his right. Throwing across his body. Gets that one just through. Had to cut back.
Yeah, you could see there, that's a tough throw when you're throwing across your body like that, and it was off target. I'm surprised how much he rolls to the right for a left-handed quarterback, actually.
That's quite a bit so far in this one. And he is getting the better throws off when he rolls to the left. Maybe we see him go back to that for the rest of the set. Devin Booz, he's dropping. He rolls to his left this time, stops up, He got a block. He's looking. He's got 2 defenders in front of him. One of them is a big man. He's going to try to charge into the end zone, and he does. Devin Booz, his second TD of the game. Impressive in that one. Just patience with the ball. Didn't try to force one out after last time.
Yeah, like I said, in 6-man, you get that a lot because the quarterbacks have a lot more time to throw. The receivers are downfield, taking the DBs with them, and there's usually a lot of open space out there.
And he took advantage. He saw Jaden Langridge on him, and he knew he had the speed, and he made it count. And that kick is good as well. 44-14. How the tides have continued to turn in this one. And that is good. Yeah. That's going to do it for my caller commentator here, Julian Annicchiarico, who's going to go announce the MVPs of the game. We'll have that for you in just a few minutes here as we take another stab at this one. The North going to get the ball back in their hands.
Thank you. That was fun.
.315 left here to go. 30-point game, a little out of reach, but now it's for pride. Can you put some points on the board, claw back in this one, and feel good going into the rest of your season? And he boots the return, but he picks it up, moving to the left side, sheds a couple of tackles. He's getting open, and eventually is dragged down by 3 players. Good job there by Garrett Miller. Didn't give up on the play and picks up about 35 yards after the kick. Now just 3:07 remaining here. Not a lot of time left, and the clock is ticking. The Norths want to get down here. 3 men in the backfield. One motions, fakes the handoff. Shuts, has a man deep, and he's wide open. He's going to the 10, to the house. Riker Lamab, his second touchdown catch of the game. Both of them deep. He has been the deep threat for this North offense. And they say this game is still going. And the North will obviously decline that penalty. They're going to take the ball, try to convert here for the first time after the score.
We'll get him to announce the MVPs first, and then the
20-44, your score right now. Schutz is going to go for the kick, try to close the gap just a little more. Kick is up and no good, off the bar. That close, but it doesn't count. High-scoring affair in this one. 64 points on the board, but 44 of them belong to the South. So we get another look at this touchdown. Impressive. Riker Lamab behind everybody, and he shows that speed. He just took off like a jet off the tarmac. It's too little too late, though, for this North offense, as they're going to have to kick the ball, try for a recovery here. They do have one in the game so far. Let's see if they have a little more of that magic left. Going to be Schutz who will kick. Dual threat, kicks and passes. Discussing the plan here. No doubt the South is just going to try and pounce on this one. They've already let one go between their fingers today. They don't want that to happen twice. Onside kick is up, and it is brought down by the South. A bit of an error on that kick. He didn't want to kick it that far. Only needed 10 yards. Got about 20 on that. And now the South will be in excellent field position just over the opponent's half. And with 2:40 to go and a 24-point lead, they are in the driver's seat in this one. Look, get ready. 3 men at the line, 3 men back. It'll be Fonseca back at quarterback. Him and Booz have been splitting duties. And it's actually a fake. And it's going to be a run play. He's picking up some speed, but he is drilled behind the play. He tried, but it was all for naught. Tyler Rurka getting one of his first touches of the game. Got a couple yards before he was demolished. 2:30 to go. Time is ticking. North needs to get their defense off of the field and their offense back on it. 2 more stops. Fonseca takes that one. Looks deep. Has a man. Overthrows him. Bit of miscommunication there as number 88 was running a post route. And Fonseca thought he was going right up the gut. Off that incompletion, the clock will stop though. Good news for the North, who don't have a lot of time left in this one. After the game, your MVPs will be announced. There'll be 3 from each side, the North and the South. I know who I'm voting for. You guys have to stick around and wait and see. Quarterback is pressured, couldn't get the sack. Fonseca doing a great job in the pocket of moving, and he's still on his feet. He steps out of bounds. And that'll be well before the first down marker. Had so much room, but he just couldn't keep his feet in play. And that'll be a turnover on downs for the South. And with 2 minutes to go, the North is going to get the ball back. Down 24. They need points, and they need them in bunches. Schutz under center. Calls for the ball, fakes the handoff. Schutz moving out to his right. He's got his eyes on the left side of the field, doesn't see the pressure coming, and he is wrapped up and taken down. Alex Stout, his first sack of the game. And he gets it on Schutz. Schutz a little too fixated on the left side of his screen with Kinzel. And that gave the South time to get pressure on him. Time is ticking here. Not a lot of time for the North to get on the board and close the gap. Another trick play coming here, it looks. 4 players line up on the left side, only 1 under center. Takes his time, thinks about it, and he's going to run. He's going to do it. He sheds the first tackle, but can't get through. He is hauled down by Edgar Reyes. Another play made by Edgar Reyes, and that's going to bring up 3rd down for the North. 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. And the offense is going to take a timeout here, try to draw something up. We've already seen them go to the trick play 3 times now. Let's see what else they have hidden in their sleeves. Game of deception football. I'm not sure if this is the North or the Magicians, really. And with 1:17 to go, not a lot of time, obviously, to get things going. And for the South, it's been a tremendous game, not only on offense with the 44 points, but on defense, holding the North to just 20. The South has won this bowl 4 years out of 5. They're looking to make it 5 out of 6 if they can hang on for the next 1:17 here. 3rd down, about to get underway. The North needs 2 yards. Rule lined up at QB. Takes that run himself. He's going to get that first down, move it across the 50 in to the South territory. They called the timeout to draw up that play, and it worked. Able to pick up 15 yards on that one and a first down. Clock will continue, though. They're going to need to get something off in a hurry. 60 seconds left to play in this one. Snap is high. Schutz has it. He's got a man down deep. It's Rule. Rule had that ball and got it smacked out of his hands. What a play by Brady Peacock, who has done a tremendous job in the secondary today. That's at least 3 deflected passes that I've caught from him so far today. Peacock, grade 11 player out of Caroline, plays for the Cougars. .54 seconds here to go. Second down now for the North. Schutz still under center. Schutz takes that, rolls to his left, looks, turns back right, shook the defender, and he's going to run for it. He's going to go himself, and he's going to step out of bounds, picking up about 5 yards on that one. We also have a flag out there as we have a player on the ground. Looks like this one's going to come against the North. Matthew Prokopuk, haven't heard his name quite a bit, but he just lit up the defender, and he's hurt. We're going to take a minute here while the trainers get to him. This is a ICU Video Productions Procast when he's Wyatt Zieger. Will be back in just a moment. And welcome back after that injury timeout. Peyton Schmalzbauer, who's had himself a night, can't get through the game. 46 seconds left. He takes a shot and he down, but he is up under his own power and walking off the field, which is good news, as he has been just a tremendous player throughout this game, making play after play on defense, especially on the special teams, blown up a couple of North players. And now the rest of this game, 45 seconds to go here, bit of a formality. Third down here, and that's going to be a penalty on the North, 15 yards for unnecessary roughness. So they're going to have a distance to travel here, over 20 yards if they want to get a first down. It'll be Kinzel that's lined up in the shotgun. Kinzel takes that snap, looks out to his left, rolls to his right, avoids a tackle, avoids another. He's going to try and run this one all himself, but he's wrapped up by the third man and taken down. That was Luis Fonseca, the quarterback, getting in there to make the defensive play, replacing the injured Peyton Schmalzbauer. And he does an okay job in relief. But it'll be a turnover on downs for the North. And now 37 seconds here to go. He could take a knee and end this game. One more play. Devin Booz dropping back. He's got eyes on him. He's rolling out to the left. He's picking up speed. Just had to beat the linebacker, but he'll step out of bounds, avoid another hit. Last thing we need is more injury timeouts. This Trayton Wursig, pretty scary to look up at if you're running downfield. That will stop the clock, though. So we got 27 seconds remaining here. 2nd and inches. Booz on it once again, drops back. This time he's rolling out to his right. Stops, gets that pass in the air. It's floating, and it won't find the intended target. 2 receivers in the same area, but it floats over everybody's head. And now we got 18 seconds remaining here, 4th quarter, between the North and the South. South up 44-20 on the North in this one. Third down coming for the South. Just need a couple of inches to get that first down. Three men in the backfield. Receiver in motion, fakes the handoff, and he's going to take it himself. Devin Booz moving up the left side. He's out of bounds. That'll stop the clock once again, but it gets the first down for the South, and they are rolling. And what a game by both quarterbacks. Devin Booz, grade 11 player. He could be back here next year easily. And Luis Fonseca, who this will be his last All-Star game, graduating player. Both of them tremendous, tremendous nights on offense. And that'll do it here as Devin Booz takes a knee. And that should kill out the rest of the clock. Your final score here, 44-20. I'd like to thank my color commentator, Julian Annicchiarico, who can't be down here to join us because he is out to give away the trophies. We'll see that at the 40-yard line, including your MVPs in just a second. Our cameraman today, Odell Nelson, who's been doing a terrific job, and our switcher is Kevin Kyle, the amazing Kevin Kyle. I'm Wyatt Zieger. I was your play-by-play announcer, and this is an ICU Video Productions Procast. Stay tuned as we line up the players on the 40-yard line to celebrate with the MVPs and the All-Star Game trophy. Number of players as you look down the lineups that could receive this great honor. Liam from the South, Liam McKegg, Devin Booz, Luis Sona, Luis Fonseca. As you move down the list, the names only continue to get more and more impressive. And on the North, Cartman, Kinzel. Who else can you think of? Absolutely everybody on that team. It was a full effort from both sides. They do come up on the losing end of it. Riker Lamab, 2 touchdowns in this one. 3 out of the 4 quarterbacks also getting touchdowns on the ground. It was an offensive showcase. 64 points put up on the board. As we take a look now, I get the okay from Julian to start spilling the beans here on the MVPs.
Number 24, Cartman Kindle from Village Section.
And from the North, no surprise there. Cartman Kinzel, he had 5 receptions, no touchdowns, but a couple of passes, plays on defense. He was doing a little bit of everything for the North. Kind of like Jon Snow, he was the king in the North. And no shocker as well from the South, it's Devin Booz who put on a clinic in this game. And you can only see the backs of them, but Julian's going to get a photo with both. And a nice piece of hardware to take home for both those players. And now it's time for the real trophy to be given out. It's the All-Star South versus North trophy, and it's going to the South for the 5th time in 6 years. An impressive run by the South, who never looked back in this one after taking a 6-point lead after their first possession. Photos with the starting 6 go. The graduating players from the South. And a thank you to Luis Sona, Luis Fonseca, Jesse Van Valen, Edgar Rios, Johan Garcia, Peyton Schmalzbauer, Alex Stout, Juan Salazar, and Devin Buckwitz, who are all graduating players this year. Final score of our game today, 44-20 for the South over the North. I'd like to thank my color commentator, Julian Annicchiarico, our cameraman, Odell Nelson, our switcher, Kevin Kyle. I'm Wyatt Zieger. This is an ICU Video Productions webcast. Thanks for watching the 6th annual 6-man All-Star Game from MEGlobal Park here in Lacombe, Alberta, Canada. That'll do it. We'll see you next time.